When it comes to capturing a woman's heart and keeping her attention, there's a lot more going on than just looks. You may look good, you may even be her type, but that initial attraction isn't what makes her obsessed with you. Nope, what keeps her thinking about you is something deeper. How she feels when she's with you, and how much she misses you when you're not around. In this video, I'm breaking down some powerful psychological tricks that can take a woman's interest from just casual to completely hooked. I'll show you how to flip the switch on her attraction, make her envision a future with you, and stay on her mind even when you're not there. Ready to dive in? 1. Earned validation. First up, let's talk about a concept that a lot of guys get wrong: validation. You see, a lot of men rush to give out compliments right off the bat, but this kind of instant validation can backfire. If you're handing out compliments like candy, they lose their value, and she's heard them a million times before. It's hollow. Instead, you want to make her feel like she's earned your admiration. When she's putting in effort to impress you, that's when you show your appreciation. Let's say she's telling you about a backpacking trip she did. Rather than saying, "You're cute" or "You're beautiful," you say, "Wow, you're adventurous. That's awesome." It feels real because it's an honest reaction, not just a calculated move to win her over. And here's a bonus tip. Try validating her through a third person. Casually mention to her, "I was telling my friend about that cool story you told me the other day." Trust me, when she hears that you've been talking about her to someone else, the impact of that compliment skyrockets. It feels genuine and meaningful. 2. The 2 steps forward, 1 step back technique. Next, we have a powerful psychological trick that keeps her hooked: the 2 steps forward, 1 step back technique. This is all about creating tension and anticipation. Picture this: you're holding her hand briefly, then you let go. She's now left wondering when or if that touch will happen again. The anticipation drives her crazy. This push-pull dynamic works even as you get closer. Maybe you spend 2 weekends in a row together, then you suddenly plan a night out with your friends, giving her a bit of space. That little gap makes her long for your presence again. Women are drawn to this kind of emotional buildup. Keep that romantic tension alive by balancing closeness with a touch of distance, and she'll stay intrigued. 3. Cool vulnerability. The next powerful tool? Something I call cool vulnerability. This is about showing a relatable, slightly vulnerable side of yourself without getting overly personal. It's a trait you'll often see in celebrity interviews. Think of Matthew McConaughey or George Clooney. They share funny, relatable stories instead of talking about their fame. You can apply this too. Imagine she's talking about crying during a movie. You could share that you once teared up at the end of Armageddon or some other emotional moment. It's a little embarrassing but funny and relatable, showing her a softer side without oversharing. By sharing something a bit vulnerable and lighthearted, you build trust and create a connection without weighing down the mood. 4. Partners in crime. Another effective way to forge a deep connection is by creating what I call a partners in crime vibe. This is all about building a sense of shared, unique experiences. Think of The Office's Jim and Pam. They weren't just colleagues, they shared little inside jokes that made their bonds special. Try this in your own interactions. Maybe she hates a certain word, like literally. Next time you're with her, you could overuse it on purpose just to make her laugh. Or do something spontaneous together, like checking out an open house for a mansion and pretending to be a wealthy couple with outrageous accents. These shared experiences set you apart, creating memories only the 2 of you share. 5. Intimate sharing. Intimacy isn't just about physical connection. Sometimes it's about sharing little quirks or confessions that you'd normally keep to yourself. For example, you could tell her something like, "Sometimes when I'm feeling down, I check Facebook to see how old classmates are doing." Or admit that you occasionally look up your ex just to see what she's up to. These are little things that feel real and relatable. When you're open like this, she may feel comfortable sharing something similar. It's like you've both created a private little world where each of you can reveal a side that's usually kept hidden. This openness and trust make her feel like you're someone who truly gets her. 6. Dissonance, keeping her on her toes. Last but not least, let's talk about a concept that's like jet fuel for attraction. Dissonance. Ever notice how confusing behavior can keep you thinking about someone? That's dissonance in action, and when used right, it's incredibly powerful. Let's say you start making future plans, like talking about going to an event together, but then you pull back a bit. She's left wondering what's going on, which stirs up feelings of anticipation and keeps her invested. But here's a key rule. Only use this technique when she's already shown interest. If she's not emotionally engaged yet, dissonance will come off as flaky instead of intriguing. But once she's hooked, this small dose of uncertainty will make her think about you more. So here's the bottom line. Looks and charm may get you noticed, but lasting attraction is all about how you make her feel. If you can master these psychological tricks, you'll create the kind of emotional experiences that women crave, making her want to invest in a relationship with you. Don't let someone else swoop in while you're still figuring it out. Take action and try out these methods to keep her hooked, and who knows, maybe she'll be the one reaching out to you every time. If you found these tips useful, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and let me know which trick you're most excited to try out. Until next time, keep building those meaningful connections. This is Stoic Journey, signing off.